absolute fuck. What's the official colours? Maroon and burnt orange? Yeah, basically. I don't know. I'm colourblind, so fuck it. Maroon and yellow. Maroon, black and yellow. I swear the black one. Oh, yeah, this is... I didn't know there was a CD right on that one. Just, how good's your
very good.
How good's your microphone? So you to hear us?
Absolutely. If you want to incriminate yourself, go right ahead.
My name is Steve Dalmazio. I'm going to be a good boy. Can't get myself more in trouble.
That's why you're here, yeah?
Exactly. No, because of him.
You've been a good boy.
Yeah. What the ref reported I said was actually his words.
Yeah, but it was out of your mouth.
Yeah, what's the towel turn around and said, oh, so technically he should have a and that's Darren, I just think I remember. Yeah. Fucking Brody's there in shirtless. I said to the referee, in the 3 years I've coached this kid, I said he's passionate, I said he works hard, and so I said, you know, it's not so he's actually not always good. I said, you can see it in his face, like, you know, the other players are rolling around, you know, screaming for a free kick, trying to get up and start a fight with him. And you know, he was like, yeah, he knew. Time of play, he was a fantastic. I said, so, once you say, well, what will it be? He said, say, no, I wasn't. I said, you look at the reaction. I said, on the video camera, I said, that reaction, it's there. So it's clear as day. I said, yeah, of course. He's upset. And obviously, Brady's bleeding, and I know. Because I've been there. You're very passionate. I'm going to take my decision. I said, so we're like, no, just go, you know, it's all fine. He said, all right. I said, then, I know, obviously, just 10 seconds. Just fucking hard.
Hello and welcome to this West Group M League Round 10 fixture between Eschol Park Wolves and St Mary's Eagle Vale. We're here in the twilight at Eschol Park Sporting Complex for this fixture here this afternoon and in the evening. So the intense rivalry here with Eagle Vale Saints just over the road here against the Eschol Park Wolves. They've travelled over to the Wolf Den here for this fixture here this evening. Our officials for tonight, the referee in the centre is Jack Kelly. The assistant referee furthest from camera is Stephen Elsmore. And the assistant referee closest to camera is Christopher Williams. We're about to kick off here. Great to have your company on the Macarthur Football Association YouTube channel. And it's the West Group Round 10 action about to get underway here at the Wolf Den, Eschol Park, up against local rivals St Mary's Eagle Vale. And Jack Kelly gets us underway here. And Eagle Vale, St Mary's, will be running from right to left on your screen in their yellow tops predominantly, with the green shorts and the yellow socks. And Eschol Park, we're running from left to right, and they're predominantly maroon colours and maroon shorts and maroon socks. Arian Prasad on the turn there. The ball goes across and an early shot. And just wide of the mark there from Abid Mohammed. And away for a goal kick. Josh Derby in goals for Eschol Park tonight. And we're underway. In our previous live stream broadcast, Eschol Park that were involved in a strong 6-0 win over Gregory Hills, with the captain tonight, Luke Scott, scoring a hat-trick. So no doubt the home team will be looking towards Luke to provide them with hopefully another one, at least one, here tonight against their rivals St Mary's, who go along with his free kick. Prasad. Ball rebounds now, and Eschol Park down the right-hand side of the field. St Mary's defend it. William Binney there trying to get the ball across, and St Mary's with a free kick just outside their box. So the Saints have started off on the front foot here in the opening minutes. Arian Prasad goes long, too long, and Josh Derby collects comfortably for Eschol Park. So Eschol Park, a team that like to go through the feet. Here's Luke Scott, the captain. Prasad galloping down the left. He also had a strong game against Gregory Hills. But a free kick, a throw into St Mary's Eagle Vale on the far side. Asid Mohammed down the right, wins another throw in for St Mary's. Eschol Park defend that throw. Chase Smith goes long down the middle looking for Luke Scott, but intercepted there by William Binney of St Mary's. The ball comes back up over halfway for St Mary's. Marek gets a foot in for Eschol Park and draws Dean Pereira into action for the first time tonight, who's in goal for St Mary's Eagle Vale. Punts it, a free kick. Goes to St Mary's, Nathan Scott. Infringing there. So William Binney starts at the back. Josh Derby. Eschol Park. With a raid. Ball out towards Marek. It was a little bit too straight, and Pereira again called in a play for the Saints. Pereira with a high lobbing kick over halfway over the head there of junior Deke. Going to be throwing for Eschol Park. St Mary's Eagle Vale had a wonderful opportunity to rocket up the table midweek. They travelled to Harrington United and got stung by the Hornets by 3-1 as Chase Smith is under pressure now. An opportunity here for St Mary's Eagle Vale. A crossover to the far side. Another opportunity off balance. It was a nice lead-up play there from Yusuf Rafi. But in the end, Came to nothing. Shot by Abid Mohammed, just off balance with his left foot there. Couldn't find the target and away for a goal kick. So as I was mentioning, Harrington United defeated St Mary's Eagle Vale, who had an opportunity to climb up the table. Here's Nathan Scott now for Eschol Park, and the first corner of the night conceded by William Binney as he puts out behind. So at the moment, before tonight's fixture, St Mary's are in 4th spot. They've played 9, won 5, drawn 2 and lost 2. They're on 17 competition points. And their rivals, Eschol Park, are in 6th spot. They've also played 9, won 3, drawn 2, lost 4. They're on 11 points, so both teams will be looking for maximum points here tonight. Prasad with a good corner to the far side. The ball's still in play here for Eschol Park. Over the top of their head. Ahead of there from Eschol Park, and defended now by St Mary's. Michael Binney on the counter there, and Luke Martino couldn't catch up with it. It's a corner kick now there, first one of the night, St Mary's. So it's pretty intense action so far in the opening minutes here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Great to have your company on the Macarthur YouTube channel for this West M Group Round 10 fixture here at the Wolf Den. And in their previous match, Eschol Park came away from Tamor with a 1-1 draw. And that was in round 9. So a couple of teams still to have make-up matches, and then we're back all square moving into next weekend. In comes the corner kick to the near post. Couldn't quite clear the front defender. Prasad with a cross. And Garish Prasad coming out of defence with a strong run and draws a foul. Prasad goes long immediately, looking for Luke Scott. There'll be an Eschol Park throw in on the far side as the home team try and start some momentum here. So Eschol Park now with a throw on the far side. Looking to build something up here just outside the St Mary's 18-yard box. Traffic jam there. For Andrew Douglas. And St Mary's come out of their own half now. Arian Prasad. Back to Rafi. Rafi with a diagonal kick to the far corner, defended by Eschol Park. They win the second ball and they go long down the middle. Nathan Scott gets a hold of the ball now. Left-footed shot. Nathan Scott across the face and just wide. Good piece of play there from the Wolves. Nathan Scott bringing the ball down nicely and manufacturing that shot on his left foot just across the face. And you had Dean Pereira really struggling there at the far post, but thankfully for him, the ball goes wide and all the Saints fans tuning in. So Dion Pereira now with a goal kick for St Mary's. A real open game here between these two local rivals. Up it goes. Caleb Fleming couldn't come down with the ball for Eschol Park, and now St Mary's through Deke on the left here. Back to Prasad, who looks for that cross ball. Headed back to Mohammed. Once again, Garish Prasad, strong. Come galloping down the left-hand side, does a 360, looking for Nathan Scott. And defended there. well from Alex Rostovsky of St. Mary's as they look to counter-attack down the right-hand side. So Nathan Scott being a target man up front for Eschol Park, trying to use his strength on the ball. Now the ball's tapped back by Chase Smith of Eschol Park, back to Josh Darby, and Smith gets the return ball. He's got Marek down the right-hand side. Marek gets after the ball. He'll get there first. He has time to line it up across. Too close to Dion Pereira, who takes it on the half volley and comfortably for the Saints. But good piece of play there from Chase Smith. A nice measured ball over to the right-hand side. Marek galloping after it, but just couldn't quite find the finesse on the cross. Deke looking for a quick restart here. Decides to go all the way back to Broussard here for St. Mary's. Binney, William, looking for his options. Broussard with a foot in. Again, a strong challenge from the left back of Eschol Park Wolves. Pereira, quick on his feet. Now Ristivsky. Arian Prasad, a bit of space down the left-hand side here. Deke gets on his bike. The ball's a little bit too big, and Chase Smith comes across for Eschol Park, and the ball's not out of play yet, but finally Eschol Park get it out for a throw-in, but the officials say the ball's crossed the byline. It'll be a goal kick for Eschol Park. So Eschol Park recycling the ball around the back. Aidan Bro wins a throw in for the Wolves. The ball goes straight back to Josh Darby. The throw there from Aaron Thompson. In the middle of the pitch. Joshua Pappas. Prasad gets the ball out on the left. Luke Scott gets it forward, but only finds a St. Mary's shirt. And they'll be coming back. Arian Prasad squeezed in here up against the touchline. Deke facing his own goal. A shirt tugged there. The referee says play on. Now ball over the top on the left-hand side. Michael Binney couldn't get there and wins a throw for his team. So St. Mary's Eaglevale certainly favouring the left-hand side in attack here. It's Arian Prasad. William Binney inside the box with his left foot. Binney across the face, and no one could get a touch. The ball still in play on the far side. St. Mary's still with the ball. Mohammed with a back heel to himself. A shot, and Josh Darby sees it all the way and takes it comfortably for Eschol Park, but a nice piece of inter-passing there. William Binney got to the near post, and no one could get on the end of it for the Saints in that raid there. Now Marek. Aaron Thompson finds Blake. Luke Scott. Prasad. Garish Prasad cuts back to his right, crosses over. Nathan Scott couldn't get there, and St. Mary's rushed the ball away up over halfway. Chase Smith calmly puts the ball out to the left. Garish Prasad was just on his heels there momentarily, but thankfully the Wolves win a throw-in on the far side. Prasad right up against the touchline. Dangerous ball to Thompson here. First touch is good. And Eschol Park give it away with that pass from the man who took the ball, Aaron Thompson, and Saints come back at speed. And now Eschol Park with a nice piece of defending from Chase Smith. Battle for the ball. Pump down the middle, but Eschol Park will get there first. Straight pass, Deke for the Saints. William Binney looking to run straight at them. Still with William Binney. Binney down the middle. Probably went one too many there. And Aaron Bro goes back to Josh Darby for the Wolves. Saints want to do everything at 100 miles an hour here. And Josh Darby. Prasad under pressure there, both of them there. That had a miss there by Bro, but he gets a foot into a Saints player and wins the throw in for the home team over on the far side. So, one opportunity at either end. Not being able to be taken. No score here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex for this round 10 West Group M League fixture between the Eschol Park Wolves and St Mary's Eagle Vale. Great to have your company on the Macarthur Football Association YouTube channel as the Wolves look to come out of defence now through Chase Smith. Now Marek sent on his way down the right-hand side for Eschol Park on the edge of the box. Still with Marek. Flicks it back for himself. Just does well to keep his footing there. Binney, the defender, does well to track him and puts it away for another corner kick here for the Wolves. So it'll be Garish Prasad to take this corner kick for Eschol Park. Aaron Thompson coming up to make it short. Prasad sends him away and now takes it. A low ball, couldn't clear the front defender. And St Mary's find the sideline. Aaron Thompson with a throw for Eschol Park. Kind of slipped out of his hands there, I thought. Prasad tried to flick it to himself. And then it fell to Caleb Fleming. And in the end, after all that, it'll be a throw into Eschol Park. Prasad gets on with it quickly. Fleming, Prasad. There's actually Alex Marek there, but they get dispossessed. And now down the middle, Garish Prasad with a cynical foul in the back, but no cards from referee Jack Kelly, stopping the progress of Michael Binney. So it'll be Arian Prasad with a free kick here for St Mary's. Yusuf Rafi does a bit of housework there on his feet. Now Prasad with a long ball to the top of the box. A high looping ball. Offside is the call against St Mary's there. Free kick to Eschol Park inside their own 18-yard box. So the Wolves once again down the right-hand side. Chase Smith under pressure, gets a foot in. Falls here for Luke Scott. Now Prasad down the left-hand side. Caleb Fleming sees it out of play, and Prasad now for Eschol Park with another throw. So it's been a neutral affair so far, with one chance at either end, as these two intense rivals look to get maximum points out of this fixture here tonight at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. In goes a throw from St Mary's. Broussard's there. Now Yusuf Rafi on the left-hand side here for St Mary's. Inside the box, a step over, trying to hold off Aaron Thompson. He turns him, Rafi, right foot inside the 6-yard box. Not the best touch. And Eschol Park fortuitously get it away. Just couldn't find a yellow shirt ready to pull the trigger. And that was great work there from Yusuf Rafi, who found some space with some strength and a turn, and now the ball inside again. And St Mary's concede the goal kick here for Eschol Park, but a couple of good moments there for St Mary's Eagle Vale with Yusuf Rafi. Push in the back there, a blatant free kick. Quentin Pereira, the captain, saw some danger there and nullified it straight away for his team. So Broussard now to leave the ball alone. It'll be Chase Smith for Eschol Park. Bangs the ball, looking for Nathan Scott, who heads it back. Broussard through the ruck there. Couldn't keep it. And Pereira gets it away, but Luke Scott tried to line one up. And it gives away the free kick. In the battle for the ball there, and the Saints will come away with a defensive free kick. So both sides really trying hard to unlock each other here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Chase Smith been busier in the centre of defence here in the first half for the home team. There he is again. This time he decides to go long. And defended there by St Mary's. Battle for the ball. Mohammed wins out in the end. Now down the right-hand side. A battle for the ball, and I think it might be the corner kick there. Luke Martino battling hard for the ball there and wins his team a corner kick. Now can the delivery be better than the near post to give the Saints an opportunity to try and score here? So Arian Broussard with a corner on the far side for the Saints. That's a better ball to the penalty spot. Broussard gets there for Eschol Park, and they get their way out of their 18-yard box. Straight pass there from Michael Binney. And it'll be a throw-in for Eschol Park. If you've just tuned in to the Macarthur Football Association YouTube channel, it's been a very even contest here between these two rivals. Eschol Park 0, St Mary's Eagle Vale 0, as Broussard gives a beautiful ball to Marek here. Can he have a shot on target? Marek for Eschol Park puts it away. That was a lovely piece of play there, excuse me, from Gareth Broussard. He threaded the needle on the right. Beautifully weighted pass to Marek, and he had the composure to find the far post, and Eschol Park Wolves take the lead here in the first half. It's Eschol Park Wolves 1 leading St Mary's Eagle Vale 0 after that good piece of play there from Broussard, and giving the ball on to Alex Marek, who finished off coolly and calmly for the home team. So they're the first ones to score. what has been an even contest so far, and no doubt the Saints will be chasing the game hard here to try and get back on level terms. A lovely piece of work there and a lovely turn, Mohammed, but Prasad gets there first. Back to Darby. Had to be a good ball. It was, and Darby straight out of play. A throw in for Saints on the far side. So we're approaching the half-hour mark here at Eschol Park Sporting Complex. And the Wolves get on the board first with a goal to Alex Marek a couple of moments ago. Now the Saints, Yusuf Rafi. A ball on the edge of the box here. St Mary's are in and off the post, and is it over the line? No, it's not, says the officials. Play on. That was Luke Martino, who was zeroing in and went across to the far post, off the inside of the post, and it clattered against the other post on the inside, but the officials deemed that the whole of the ball didn't cross the line, and no goal for St Mary's. So a frenetic piece of play there as the Saints try and get back on the scoreboard here. How that stayed out, we'll never know, but for Eschol Park fans, they breathe a huge sigh of relief. And now we have a throw-in for the Saints on the far side. Martino with a heavy touch, and it's away for a goal kick. A relieving one for the Wolves. After that frenetic piece of play where Martino burst down the right. An angle shot hitting the inside of the post on the far side, and it bounced off the post on the other side. But the whole of the ball didn't cross the line, and on we go. So inside the final 15 minutes here of the first half. And the Wolves 1 leading St Mary's 0. Deke doesn't keep it in play. Maybe a throw in here to Eschol Park just on their side of halfway. Aaron Thompson with a throw here for Eschol Park. Down the line. Marek nods it on for Eschol Park. William Binney. Down the left-hand side to Michael Binney, and Yusuf Rafi with speed on the left-hand side gets there first for St Mary's. And Aaron Thompson does well to defend that situation. Marek with a turn. Still with Marek. A side-footed pass down the right-hand side for Nathan Scott. Looking for his brother Luke with a first-time pass to the top of the box. And a good piece of defending there. Very calm was Anthony Cerrone, who just put his body between Scott and his goal and stood strong and didn't concede the foul as Garish goes back. Prasad for Eschol Park. Once again, Cerrone over the head there of Luke Scott. To give away a throw now. Eschol Park back on top of the box. Still with the Wolves. And they go all the way back to Chase Smith. Prasad. Bit of pushing and shoving on the far side. Referee Jack Kelly is calling over one of the Eschol Park players. Just flung the St Mary's player to the ground. Referee having a word to both players. Andrew Douglas of Eschol Park. Referee really trying to get his point across there. Luke Martino, the player there of St Mary's, and referees have judged a free kick to Eschol Park. They get on with it quickly. Eschol Park with a throw down the left-hand side. Luke Scott wins a corner kick for his team as Eschol Park in search of a second goal here. Certainly would give them great confidence if they can do that. You feel this match will come down to a matter of moments. Who can take the moment better than the other team? So far, the strike there from Marek was separating the teams at the moment. Prasad with a corner kick on the far side for Eschol Park. This time he goes to the far stick. Nathan Scott climbs up, but only finds a side netting and a goal kick for St Mary's. Dion Pereira. St Mary's go long and down the left. Yusuf Rafi. Michael Binney, return ball to Rafi on the edge of the 18-yard box. Tries to stab a pass in, but took a deflection there, I think, off Thompson into the hands of Josh Darby. Josh Darby finds Marek on the sideline, who couldn't quite get under control. Charging through. Good pull there from Caleb Fleming. Just couldn't find Luke Scott. But the ball breaks now for brother Nathan of Eschol Park. Free kick given to the Saints. They get on with it quickly. Outside the right foot there was Ariane Prasad. Rafi. Saints 100 miles an hour trying to find winner. Prasad again wins the ball. An opportunity for Luke Scott, but a good piece of defending from the Saints there, who gave the ball away in a dangerous position. And the captain, Quentin Pereira, came up with a very timely challenge, denying Luke Scott a strike on goal for Eschol Park. So Luke Scott with his corner kick now for Eschol Park. And it goes towards a penalty spot, a flat trajectory. The ball breaks now for Marek. Back to the corner taker, Luke Scott. Crosses over to the middle. And Quentin Pereira again in defence for the Saints, the skipper. Puts it out of play and out of danger momentarily. Alex Marek to take the throw in. Eschol Park pressing for a second here. In goes a throw, a nice turn there from Nathan Scott. No foul play on's the call. As the pass goes from Michael Binney. Now down the right, Luke Martino with the ball. And Chase Smith with a timely challenge. Caleb Fleming. Nice turn there from Caleb. Josh Pappas. That pass couldn't find its mark. And St Mary's give it away as well as Marek's on down the right here. Pass from Thompson. Marek over the top looking for Nathan Scott. And cleaned up there by William Binney for the Saints. An opportunity for Eschol Park off the post. Luke Scott. It was Nathan Scott. The ball falling at his feet. Ever so close there for a second. I just took my eyes away from the action, and all of a sudden Nathan Scott bearing down on goal. Rebounds off the post and away. And no goal there for Eschol Park. We're really putting the pressure on here at the late stages of the first half, as they try and find a second here in the final minutes. Saints with a throw. Michael Binney. Deke. Offside. He looked up, he checked. As soon as he touched the ball, the assistant referee on the far side lifting up his flag there. Stephen Elsmore, and a free kick here for Eschol Park. So Eschol Park to take this free kick here. Certainly have been pressing for a second in the last few minutes as they try and double up on the scoreboard and take a decisive advantage into the break. But St Mary's, they'll be trying to the end. All the Saints from Eagle Vale. The ball over the top here for Marek. Marek, I was about to say he's had his hands in the back, and that usually means a free kick, and it is for St Mary's. Arian Prasad. So a change for St Mary's Eagle Vale. Luke Martino taking a break.
Well done, Steve.
And the player on replacing him is Brendan Fascianelli. Prasad goes back. Alex Rostovsky goes back. Pereira, Rostovsky. So Mary's just taking a breather at the back at the moment. Yusuf Rafi looking for the ball there, but Eschol Park deal with it. But no doubt will put themselves under pressure here with that back pass. Battle for the ball. Aaron Thompson. Gives the ball away, took a deflection, could have went anywhere. And it will be a goal kick in the end. So Eschol Park looking to try and build on their dominance at the moment. Goalkeeper Josh Darby having to retrieve the ball behind the fence. And back to the field of play we go. Chase Smith now for the Wolves. Long ball down the left-hand side. Over the top. Luke Scott's after it. Ended up with Nathan Scott, who went a throw-in on the far side. So Prasad throws it in. Gets the return ball. Garish Prasad, and a lovely tackle there. Beautiful. Well done. From the Saints as they break now from halfway. Caleb Fleming with a challenge. It falls to the feet of Prasad, who was looking downfield. The ball took a deflection. Josh Darby will come out and put the ball out of play here. As the Saints looked for an equaliser here. Wouldn't they love one before half-time? Marek brings it down with a header. Gets a return ball there from Nathan Scott. Still with Marek. Marek with the ball on the byline, competing hard there. And I think in the end it's going to be a corner kick. Michael Binney doing his best there to try and stop the progress there of Marek. In the end, Eschol Park with a corner kick, and Garish Prasad will come across and take this. So Prasad in the shadows of half-time. Can the Wolves double their advantage? In it goes to the far stick. Over the head there of Nathan Scott. And away from Pereira. The captain, Quentin, for the Saints as the Wolves come back again. Sliding a ball through. Pereira puts his foot in the way. Now is Nathan Scott onside? He is. Nathan Scott, a left-footed cross. And a good save there from Dion Pereira, who punched the ball out. And now the Saints down the left-hand side. Binney. Body check there from Josh Pappas. Gives away a free kick there on Deke. Arian Prasad to take this free kick for St. Mary's. As we tick out down the minutes before the break, a header and just in the hand straight of Josh Darby there, who takes it comfortably for the Wolves. He rolls the ball out, Pappas. Prasad. Ball went through his feet, but fortuitously for Eschol Park, they'll get a throw in here on the near side. Marek. Prasad. Still down the right, Garish Prasad. Tried a reverse pass, but straight to the yellow shirt. Rustevsky. Now the Saints from the middle. Deke. A first time ball out on the right hand side and intercepted there. Very timely one there from Aaron Thompson. And retrieves the situation there for Eschol Park. We'll have a throw in on the far side. We have a ball finally, and it'll be a throw in for Eschol Park. In it goes, Garish Prasad. Still with Prasad, does well to get a cross in. And Quentin Pereira gets it away for St. Mary's. And a nice touch there from Brendan Facianella, but couldn't keep the ball for Saints. Eschol Park with a throw. Prasad again. Another busy game from the left wing back here for Eschol Park. Prasad goes long, looking for Yusuf Rafi, but defended there from Chase Smith, and Saints get the second ball. Yusuf Rafi fighting hard for Saints and keeps the ball. Alex Wistewski down and too long. Josh Darby will pick that up. Final seconds here of the opening half. Eschol Park leading by a goal to nil. Josh Darby goes long to halfway. Nathan Scott couldn't get a touch on it. Alex Wistewski goes out to the right. And too far, and it'll be a throw in for Eschol Park if we have any time left. Now Eschol Park with the ball over the top. That's going to be too far. Ball from Andrew Douglas, and referee Jack Kelly says that's it for the opening 45 minutes here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. At the back end of the half, the home team was starting slowly to get on top, and they've taken one of their opportunities, a lovely pass from Prasad to Alex Marek down the right here, and he found the inside of the far post and gave the Wolves a lead. St Mary's unlucky with a strike from Luke Martino up the other end. It went from one side of the post to the other, but the ball didn't cross the line. And at half-time here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex, It's Eschol Park's Wolves 1, leading St Mary's Eaglevale 0. Make sure you join us for the second half. We'll see you then. Welcome back to the second half here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex for this West Group M-League Round 10 fixture. And it's the home team, Eschol Park Wolves, leading by a goal to nil over St Mary's Eagle Vale. A lovely taken goal by Alex Marek midway in the first half. Have the Wolves in front, but St Mary's no doubt will be giving it their all to try and get one back and trying to get all square, as the Wolves were the team attacking in the back end of the first half. So referee Jack Kelly about to get us underway for the second half here. Great to have your company on the Macarthur Football Association YouTube page for this live stream fixture in round 10. Jack Kelly gets us underway, and Eschol Park Wolves will be running from right to left on your screens in the predominantly maroon colours, and St Mary's Eagle Vale will be running from left to right with their yellow tops, green shorts and yellow socks. There's Broussard with a cross in the first minute. The ball bounces fortuitously for Dion Pereira, and gets his hands on it for the Saints. Left-footed punt well and truly over halfway. Is that a push in the back? No, play on's the call. Deke on the left here for St Mary's. And a good sliding tackle from Aaron Thompson. Puts it out of play for the Wolves. Deke with a long throw. Thompson heads it away for Eschol Park, and cleared away there by Andrew Douglas. Out of defence, and a bouncing ball and a back pass to Dion Pereira, who punches it up to halfway, but Nathan Scott's there for Eschol Park. Lofts the ball down the right-hand side. Prasad gets in the way for the Saints, and they start again as they look into pursuit of an equaliser here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Ball's out of play. There'll be a throw in here for St Mary's. Foul there. Free kick for Eschol Park for that challenge on Alex Marek. A long free kick. St Mary's get it down. Second ball won by Eschol Park. Prasad. Douglas gets a foot in. Caleb Fleming is fouled in the process of trying to control the ball. Another free kick here for the Wolves, as they look to mount some pressure, as they were at the back end of the first half, to try and double their advantage here against their rivals, St Mary's Eagle Vale. So Chase Smith from a long way out, looking to unload something towards the penalty spot, and the ball drifts away to the left, and a goal kick ensues. Anthony Cerrone down the right here for St Mary's. Facinelli. Mohammed can't get there. Chase Smith does for the Wolves and goes straight back to Josh Darby. Darby goes up to halfway. Over the head there of the captain Pereira. The ball falls for Scott, but in the act of the challenge, Luke Scott, the captain's been penalised, and it'll be a free kick for St Mary's. Quentin Pereira putting the ball down for the Saints, the captain. Out to the left, Prasad. Arian Prasad switches the ball to Ahmed. First time touch, and not a bad piece of play there from St Mary's, with Yusuf Rafi straight into the hands of Josh Darby. But Josh didn't have to move a step and took it cleanly for the Wolves. A deflection there with that pass. Luke Scott turns, looking for Prasad, but St Mary's defend well, and Luke Scott goes all the way back. Aidenborough heads it down to Josh Darby, and the Wolves will start again. Under pressure here. Darby just gets a foot in. Pereira over the head, play on's the call. Nathan Scott over the top here for Garish Prasad. Prasad inside the box for Eschol Park, crosses over. Nathan Scott, and tried and went across the face, but the further the ball travelled across in, the angle became more acute. And Dion Pereira picks it up comfortably for St Mary's. Once again, a long offload there from Dion Pereira. Has Eschol Park under pressure in their own half. Parrick couldn't get there, but be a throw in here for Eschol Park. Brendan Faccianelli with that challenge was okay. Luke Scott with the ball to Prasad. Can he get there? And a good save from Dion Pereira. Cutting the angle down and saving that effort there from Garish Prasad, who got there momentarily before the keeper. A good piece of keeping there from Dion Pereira. So it'll be a corner kick here for Eschol Park as they look to pile on more pressure here on St Mary's. Garish Prasad with a corner kick. Prasad to the far stick, but it goes over the bar at the same time and gives St Mary's a goal kick. So approaching the 7-minute mark in the second half here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Great to have your company on the Macarthur Football Association YouTube channel for this round 10 West Group M League fixtures. Prasad centres it early for Luke Scott, and he, once again, Dion Pereira been called into action in the last few minutes here for St Mary's, and once again the long offload. Aidenborough gets a touch, but it falls on the right hand side here for a shot which was comfortably taken by Josh Darby, with Brendan Faccianella taking that shot. And Faccianelli straight into the hands of Josh Darby. A chip there from Nathan Scott, but Dion Pereira was awake to it. Prasad with a touch, looking for Luke Scott over the top for Nathan. Back to Prasad. Marek with a shot, and has once again Dion Pereira sprawling to his right and takes the ball comfortably for St Mary's. We're certainly under the gun here in the early minutes of the second half. Trying to play expansive football here, the Saints. Now the ball goes up the other end, and the lines are pretty stretched here on both teams. Plenty of space in the middle. Offside. Assistant referee Christopher Williams putting up his flag here on the near side, and St Mary's will come away with a free kick. Josh Darby to take it for Eschol Park. No, he hands it off for Chase Smith along the ground. Comfortably taken there by Quentin Pereira. Now Deke down the left for the Saints, as they try and pursue on this equaliser. Touch there from Yusuf Rafi. Now Muhammad with a shot, but it was always off target. And Ball's away off the right edge of his boot, away for a goal kick. So pretty cool here in the Macarthur tonight, about 11 degrees at the moment here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. As that shot is just wide. And it'll be a goal kick again for Eschol Park. So Eschol Park have started the second half on the front foot, looking to double their advantage on the scoreboard. St Mary's doing their darndest to keep them away from it. As Marek comes in from behind, who's favourite to get the ball, he leaves it. And now Nathan Scott down the left-hand side, pass from his brother Luke. Nathan across the face. Josh Pappas lining up, but ball taken away from his feet there by Abid Mohammed. Now Prasad again for Eschol Park. Ball in the middle, Marek. But Pereira gets his head in the way. And the Saints now on the counter. Can they produce something here? St Mary's Eagle Vale. Deke. Down the left-hand side, still going. Thompson loses his footing, and that's a foul, I think, and a penalty kick. It was a clear foul. Deke put Garish Prasad under pressure. And he's fouled him inside the box. And St Mary's Eagle Vale with an opportunity now from the spot to equalise things here early minutes of the second half at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. So the man himself who's been fouled will take this penalty kick. Junior Deke. So Junior Deke up against Josh Darby of Eschol Park. Can the Saints get parity back on the scoreboard? Deke, and a good save there from Josh Darby, and follows up, and this time this could be a red card. Deke following up for the ball. Was in a aggressive fashion trying to get the ball, which was parried out by Josh Darby. Referee put his hand in his pocket immediately. I wonder what colour will be for Junior Deke. It was rather a physical confrontation. The referee had a very close look at it from his position. And we're just going to see what Jack Kelly does after some attention here for Josh Darby in goal, who sprawled to his right, a one-handed save. Kept the ball out. Junior Deke tried to follow up, and it was a solid collision. The referee just asking the Eschol Park players to move away after that confrontation there. A yellow card. Being issued for Eschol Park. Let's see what happens to Junior here. Looks like Jack Kelly's got a red card and he's brandished it. Junior Deke is off. Sent off in the second half, the 13th minute. After that physical confrontation there with Josh Darby in goal. The yellow card also ensuing for Eschol Park for reacting to that. I think that might have been Aaron Thompson there with a yellow for Eschol Park, but more importantly, St Mary's Eagle Vale will be playing with 10 men for the remainder of the match. Deke protesting the decision there by referee Jack Kelly, but he had his hand in the back pocket immediately and Just went through the procedures first and made sure that Josh Darby was okay. Separated the two teams and issued his cards, and St Mary's will be playing down with 10 players as junior Deke slowly walks off the field in the distance, being assisted there by one of the St Mary's officials. Drop ball with a restart of play, and Josh Darby now to restart play for Eschol Park. He looks to be fine after that collision with junior Deke, but referee Jack Kelly saw red for that situation, and Saints have been penalised and down to 10 players now for the remainder of the match, which is another half an hour remaining in the second half here of this round 10 M-League West Group live stream fixture. We're here at the Wolf Den, Eschol Park leading St Mary's by 1-0. And St Mary's now with it all to do. A player down, junior Deke, a left attacking player, issued a red card 13 minutes into the second half. Prasad now for Eschol Park, down the right-hand side. Luke Scott with a nice touch, looking for his brother Nathan. Brother Nathan fouls the captain there. I think he had a hand in the back of Quentin Pereira, who draws the foul for St Mary's Eagle Vale. Dion Pereira in goals for St Mary's with another long clearance. Now St Mary's on the left-hand side. Yusuf Rafi couldn't keep it under control. But a throw for St Mary's, and this match really turned on its head. St Mary's lining up a penalty kick to try and retain, to get parity back into the match and equalise at 1-1, but in the ensuing save after Josh Darby, they lose a player and still have 0 on the scoreboard. Now Mohammed here goes back to Pereira for the Saints. Of all to do here in the second half of the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. It's not beyond them at 1-0. Rafi with a back heel and a good challenge there, which stopped the shot going in. It was Nicholas Mena and that challenge there, and a goal kick will prevail here for Eschol Park as they look to play out of their 18-yard box. This time they go long. Prasad after it, also Nathan Scott. Scott gets a touch back in the middle, looking for Marek on the far side. Here comes Luke Scott with a shot. He had time to line it up, but the ball was rising off his boot and over the crossbar for a goal kick. And that was a great opportunity to double a lead here for the Wolves. Lovely touches there from brother Nathan, and also Prasad down the right. It was in space inside the 18-yard box. Just couldn't keep the ball down as Saints come back again up the other end, trying to apply a bit of pressure here on the Wolves' goal. They seem to keep it for a moment, and then it goes straight back as Anthony Cerrone down the right, and once again Eschol Park come away with the ball. Pappas. Nathan Scott couldn't find his brother Luke as Pereira was left stranded on his own at the back there. If the ball found Luke Scott, skipper here tonight for the Wolves. Nathan Scott over the top. Prasad's after it. He's into a bit of space here. Is Garish Prasad on the edge of the box looking for Luke Scott. And the ball's hacked away, but it was offside. Nathan Scott at the time of delivery from Garish Prasad, and Saints take another sigh of relief there as they're under attack here in the second half. If you've just joined us, St Mary's Eagle Vale down to 10 players. Junior Deke shown a red card in the 13th minute of the second half after following up from his own penalty kick, saved by Josh Darby. But the challenge was deemed to be a red card situation for referee Jack Kelly. Now Pereira, Quentin looking for a long ball over the top and offside is the call, and Eschol Park will take that all night. As we approach the 20-minute mark here of the second half, Eschol Park looking to deliver the killer blow here against St Mary's Eagle Vale by scoring again. Aidenborough goes all the way across. And Thompson couldn't get there now. St Mary's latch onto the ball out on the left there. A foul there, pushing the back. On Yusuf Rafi. Now referee Jack Kelly walking to the bench there of St Mary's Eagle Vale and giving a yellow card to one of the players, one of the subs. So St Mary's here, Arian Prasad. Can he deliver something of quality here? Trying to get the Saints back on level terms. In it comes, a header and a great save from Josh Darby. He was sprawling to his right. A glancing header there from Abid Mohammed. Was heading in at the near post, but Josh Darby at full stretch to his right saves the situation for Eschol Park. So Saints here pushing for an equaliser. In it comes to the far stick over everybody's head and away for a goal kick. So could that be a rare opportunity for the Saints in the second half to try and get back into this contest? In the meantime, we've got Alistair DeFrank on the field in defence for St Mary's as that free kick was being taken. And I think the captain, Quentin Pereira, off the field momentarily. Thompson headed down there from St Mary's. And Eschol Park come away with the ball. Left-footed pass over the top there. Alistair DeFrank with a header for the Saints. But back come Eschol Park. Play on's the call from the referee. Aidenborough loses out, and St Mary's come back up the other end, but he's done well to pinch the ball on the way back and goes out to the right-hand side. But over the head there of Luke Scott, but very determined piece of play there from Aidenborough for the Wolves. Free kick for the Saints. As we approach the 24-minute mark of the second half here. Great to have your company on the Macarthur Football Association YouTube channel for this West Group Round 10 live stream fixture between local rivals Eschol Park Wolves and St Mary's Eagle Vale. Now the Saints on the ball. Too many Wolves around them and they push the ball out of play. That'll be a throw-in for St Mary's. Anthony Chironi with a throw. Nathan Scott, the ball's in play. Leon Pereira comes out of his goal and looks for a pass down the right-hand side. Met there by Aidenborough for Eschol Park, and Pappas play on's the call. The advantage played from referee Jack Kelly. Ball bobbles around. Falls back to Alex Wistewski. Ball in the middle. An opportunity here over the top. And a deflection. Corner kick for St Mary's. Michael Binney there with that shot. Took some contact as well when the ball deflected off Eschol Park player. He's just getting up a little bit gingerly. So Arian Prasad with a corner kick for St Mary's. Can they capture a moment here? The Saints. In it goes, punched out by Josh Darby. And away by Luke Scott. Over the sideline on the far side. Eschol Park get it away. And the Saints will be coming back. A plethora of time remaining in this match. A 10-man St Mary's Eagle Vale trying desperately to get the equaliser here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. You think Eschol Park are down to 10 at the moment. Everybody behind the ball for the Wolves. Free kick in a dangerous position here. It's Michael Binney. Still feeling the effects of that knock that he took a few moments ago from that shot on goal. So Binney, Michael. In it goes. To the far stick and a good save again, Josh Darby. Once again called into action. Trying to stab the ball home there for the Saints was Abid Mohammed. But his effort thwarted at the near post by Josh Darby, who's certainly putting in a big shift for his team in the second half. Arian Prasad with a corner kick. And way there from Garish Prasad of Eschol Park. Now the ball comes up the other end. Can it fall for Nathan Scott? It does. Nathan Scott on the inside was Chase Smith. He couldn't quite find him, but still here with Nathan Scott for Eschol Park. A left-footed pass, and he finds a yellow shirt. But in the way now was Aidan Bro. Garish Prasad looking to centre the ball. Chase Smith too long, and Dean Pereira hammers the ball once again, well and truly over halfway. Eschol Park give the ball back. Arian Prasad couldn't quite find a yellow shirt. Now on the counter, Eschol Park. Josh Pappas. Prasad. Pappas trying to look for the through ball. Cheroni in the way. Now he gets the ball again. Anthony for St Mary's. Ball in the middle to Facinelli. Now the ball breaks here for Prasad. And Luke Scott cleaning up in defence for Eschol Park, the skipper, covering in defence. The Saints really fighting hard with 10 players. After Junior Deke saw red in the 13th minute of the second half. Eschol Park, they've got Nathan Scott up top at the moment. Everyone else is behind the ball. So crossover here from St Mary's. The ball knotted down. It falls back for Mohammed. Intercepted by Prasad. And Mohammed does really well because Prasad was in acres of space there. If he was able to take that ball any further. Josh Pappas with a good challenge. Prasad. That was a foul there by Garish. And there'll be a free kick here for St Mary's as they keep pushing themselves to try and get equal back on the Scoreboard here. Eschol Park Wolves 1, St Mary's Eagle Vale 0. Arian Prasad for St Mary's with his free kick. In it goes. Prasad at the near post. Heads it down for Eschol Park. Now, a free kick for that challenge from Joshua Pappas. And Michael Binney will be taking this ball and putting it down for St Mary's. Referee Jack Kelly counting out the steps for the ball here for Eschol Park. Michael Binney with a dead ball situation. Swings it over to the far post, but couldn't find a yellow shirt as Luke Scott now on the ball here for Eschol Park. Pumps it down the right-hand side. Chase Smith couldn't keep it in play. And away for a throw in. So St Mary's Eagle Vale trying really hard here now to get back on level terms. But they give the ball away there, and a very important challenge there from Alistair DeFrank. Stops the ball going any further. A free kick. And a yellow card there against Eschol Park. Caleb Fleming, I think, the recipient of that yellow card. For Eschol Park. Second one of the night for them. After Aaron Thompson with that melee after the penalty kick for coming in and offering his advice. So it looks like a replacement here for St Mary's. Anthony Chironi, player making his way off the field. I'll pick up that replacement for you shortly. Ball through, it's going to be too big. So number 13, Solomon Muhammad, the player, who's going to play, looks like right side attacking. Prasad now for St Mary's. They've thrown a lot at Eschol Park, even with 10 men, but Josh Darby, the keeper for Eschol Park, having a sterling second half, keeping the Saints at bay, and a clean sheet for the Wolves. Prasad again. Ball taken away there from Abid Mohammed. He gives it away to Chase Smith, who passed down the right-hand side for Luke Scott. And that ball was too big. And away for a goal kick. So Eschol Park still looking for that long ball. Maybe just playing through the feet at the moment against a tiring Saints team who are really trying hard to try and pull this one back on the scoreboard and trying to get things level here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Now the ball over the top, Yusuf Rafi. Another one on the top here for Solomon Muhammad. Back to his left foot, Muhammad with a shot, and what a great goal! He's been on the field only for a matter of moments. And Solomon Muhammad, excuse me, provides the equaliser for St Mary's Eagle Vale, who have been under all sorts of pressure, and with 10 men and 12 minutes remaining here in the match, it's Eschol Park Wolves 1, St Mary's Eagle Vale 1. Well, there was nothing on really there. He just went across the top of the D, lined it up with his left foot and curled it past around the post and past Josh Darby, which has been a difficult assignment in the second half. And the Saints are level on the scoreboard here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Garish Prasad for the Wolves. The ball pushed out of play there by Alistair DeFrank. of the Saints. Prasad. Douglas, Chase Smith. And now Eschol Park looking to try and get that go-ahead goal here in the final 11 minutes of this match here. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave your room. Make sure you watch the final minutes here of this exciting contest between these local rivals, St Mary's, Eagle Vale and Eschol Park. And now the Saints on the left-hand side are outnumbered there. Solomon Muhammad again trying to win the ball, but to throw into Eschol Park on the far side. Now the Saints, can they pull this one out of the fire? An opportunity down the left-hand side, a crossover, and just wide. A right foot stuck out there from Yusuf Rafi. The ball took a deflection and just went wide of the post. St Mary's pressing here for an unlikely victory, just like Oran Park did a few weeks ago against Gunners FC, when they fell a 0-0 behind 10 men. Same situation here, but a wasted corner kick. They scored in the final 90 seconds. A cracking shot there from Oscar. Found the top right corner. Will the Saints do something similar here tonight, or will Eschol Park try and nut out a second goal here in the final 8.5 minutes at Eschol Park Sporting Complex? Well, one thing, the Saints certainly haven't stopped trying, and when they looked down and out, they kept coming back and coming back. And Garish Prasad pulled the shirt there from the defender, still with Garish Prasad inside the box, cuts back to his right, has a shot and straight at Dion Pereira. He had plenty of time there. It was Alistair DeFrank who took a piece of Garish Prasad's shirt, but referee Jack Kelly played the advantage. And Prasad almost in on goal. Caleb Fleming. The ball loses out to the left-hand side here. It's Solomon Muhammad, who's had a great impact since he's come on the field. The replacement for St Mary's Eagle Vale with that cracking left-footed strike. Equalising goal here for St Mary's. And they push on and get an unlikely winner. Thompson goes back. Ball's out of play. St Mary's. Down the left-hand side. Intercepted there by the captain. Luke Scott finds his brother Nathan, tries to flick around the defence and loses out. But here come the Wolves. Plenty of spaces in the middle of the pitch here, but yellow shirts really trying hard and win the challenge, and referee said illegally. And a free kick for Eschol Park. Just got to simplify things here in the final moments, Wolves. Just trying to go too long and just play the ball at the feet. Once again, the long ball given away. Abid Mohammed comes back for the Saints. A lovely ball down the left-hand side. Solomon Muhammad again. Plenty of space here down the left for the Saints. Muhammad cuts back in. Muhammad with his left foot on the edge of the box. No deflection there, and the officials say goal kick. That was too easy there. 2 passes. And the replacement found himself in plenty of space again. Garish Prasad. Play on's the call. Luke Scott. Over to the right-hand side. Chase Smith. It was wide of the mark. Probably could have taken another touch or two to improve his position. But back towards halfway, we have an injured Eschol Park player. On flat of his back. Looks like a cramp issue. Referee Jack Kelly saying if it's a cramp, we're going to play on. If you can just move him to the side. Up on the feet. Luke Scott limping back to his position. Referee Jack Kelly says you'll have to go back to the sideline and follow protocol, and I'll call you on and give you the all clear once you're ready. So we're going to restart with a goal kick after that effort there from Chase Smith, and St Mary's just taking a very timely breather there as they try and assault the goal. Now we're inside the final 5 minutes here at Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Prasad for Eschol Park. Can't find anybody back there. Finally he does. And somebody else now falling to their feet. 4 cramps by the looks of it. It was Aidan Brow back to his feet for Eschol Park, and the ball goes out to the right hand side. Chase Smith crossing it over and headed back, not taken cleanly. Still there for Eschol Park, Garish Prasad, but finally Dion Pereira picks it up quickly and unloads up over halfway. Solomon Mohammed goes back as St Mary's push for an unlikely winner here. William Binney trying to win that ball. Around the back there, Anthony Chironi back on the field. Goes back and intercepted by Prasad. And it looks like a free kick for... Is it a free kick? Yes, it is. Challenged by Prasad. Referee Jack Kelly calling a free kick. 3 minutes remaining here at Eschol Park Sporting Complex. St Mary's Eagle Vale with a free kick to the top of the box. Josh Darby saw it all the way from Solomon Mohammed, and now he unloads and finds Luke Scott on his own, who couldn't quite control it. Anthony Chironi loses out. No, it's a free kick. I thought they looked all good. Marek was going to stream away, trying to look for his second, but not to be. And a free kick here for St Mary's with that challenge. So St Mary's from halfway with just over 2 minutes remaining here at the Eschol Park Sporting Complex. A header, and Josh Darby gets it on the second bounce, but danger signs back there for Eschol Park, and now Prasad with 2 in front of him. And this time Garish Prasad will win a free kick. A yellow card against St Mary's. He might have been William Binney there with that yellow card with a challenge on Garish Prasad, who was outnumbered by 2-1. So Eschol Park now with an opportunity right on top of the D to try and find an effort on target here, and can they snatch a late winner? Chase Smith over the ball for Eschol Park. Can he find the target here for the Wolves? No, he can't. Always over the top, and now Saints are looking to get on with it quickly as we go inside the final 60 seconds of this exciting West Group M-League fixture, round 10. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast at home as we go to the concluding seconds. And has Pereira kept it? Yes, he has. Once again, offloads up over halfway, looking for a yellow shirt. Mohammed brings it down, but it's going to be over the byline, and it's going to be a goal kick. No! Offside is the call. Or a corner kick, I beg your pardon. With the final touch there of Eschol Park. 10 seconds remaining before the 45's up. This will be the last attacking opportunity of the match. St Mary's Eagle Vale. Can they claim a winner here from this corner? In it comes to the far stick, headed back down across the 6-yard box and headed away by Eschol Park, and referee Jack Kelly says that'll do us. A very intense derby here tonight at Eschol Park, and St Mary's coming from behind to grab a point in the end. A wonderful strike from replacement Solomon Mohammed. A left-footed strike and curled it around the post, while St Mary's Cathedral down to 10 men after 13 minutes in the second half. Junior Deke saw red after following up from a penalty kick which he took, clattering into goalkeeper Josh Darby, and referee Jack Kelly said, "You're off, Junior." But in the end, points are shed here at Eschol Park Sporting Complex. Full time, it's Eschol Park Wolves 1, St Mary's Eagle Vale 1. Thanks very much for your company through the Macarthur Football Association YouTube page. I'm Jack Bulick. Thanks very much again, and we'll see you all again next time for the live stream match of the round. Bye for now.